the 185-pound bout. North Platte, Nebraska, are you ready? Your first fighter comes from Omaha, Nebraska. Please welcome Jaquis Williams.
I'm looking for a come up. This is King also.
Nah, walk into the club like, what up? I got a big. I'm just pumped. I bought some from a thrift shop. Ice on the fringe is so damn frosty. The people like,
Damn, that's a cold ass honky.
rolling in hella deep, headed to the mezzanine. Dressed in all pink, set my gator shoes. Those are green draped in a leopard mink. Girl standing next to me. Probably should have washed this. Smells like R. Kelly sheets. But it was 99 cents. Copping it, washing it. About to go and get some compliments. Passing up on those moccasins. Someone else has been walking in by me and grudgy fucking man. I am stunting and flossing and saving my money. And I'm hella happy that's a bargain. I'ma take your grandpa style. I'ma take your grandpa style. No, for real. Ask your grandpa, can I have his hand-me-down? Velour jumpsuit and some house slippers. Dookie brown leather jacket that I found. Dig it. It had a broken keyboard. I bought a broken keyboard. I bought a ski blanket. Then I bought a kneeboard. Hello, my ace man, my mellow. John Wayne ain't got nothing on my fringe game. Hell no. I can take some pro wings, make them cool, sell those. The sneakerheads will be like, oh, he got the.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your Pro Co-main event. Our fighter fighting out of the Twisted Needle red corner stands 6 foot 4 inches, weighing in at 185 pounds with a pro record of 0-0. Representing Premier Combat Center out of Omaha, Nebraska, give it up for Jaquis Williams. His opponent fighting out of the Jones Law Office blue corner, standing 6 foot 3 inches, weighing in at 185 pounds with a pro record of 0-0, representing Team Elite from North Platte, Nebraska, Jensen.
Here we go with the second pro fight, our 10th fight on the card. Both these guys making their professional debuts. Jaquis Williams from Premier Combat Center in Omaha. Jensen, Team Elite, North Platte, Nebraska. Both these guys were in the amateur middleweight four-man tournament in June. Jaquis won that when his opponent on the other end could not fight due to injury. A lot of people thought that Jensen and Jaquis would be the finals.
Going into this fight, there's really a lot of buzz. This buzz was this fight was creating a lot of local buzz, especially. But yeah. I think even outside,
Jensen's, he fought a lot of amateur fights. He's had like 10, 11 amateur fights, as has Jaquis. But Jason's thing is he's never. And I've trained him in the gym. He's got a lot of power and a lot of skill, but he has just never displayed it when he's got in there. If he would uncork and release his power, I think people would be surprised, and he might even be surprised.
Is there a little extra pressure on a fighter when they go from amateur fighting, especially when they've got 10 fights under their belt like these guys do, upwards of 10 fights, going into pro, and this being their first pro fight, both of them 0-0 on the pro level? It's got to add a little extra intensity.
Without a doubt, it does. There's no going back. You're pro now. And, in the state of Nebraska, they have some pretty stringent requirements on your record to continue being able to fight in Nebraska. So you have to maintain a winning record after, I believe it's 5 fights. So, where amateurs can just, Jason, nice flying triangle choke. Oh, that was very nice. I can't see how tight he's got it, but that was a very nice flying triangle. He's going to want to underhook that leg, but Jaquis has got long legs he can post out. That was very nice. If he finishes this, that's an amazing submission. But Jaquis, like I said, he trains with some of the best at Premier. He's no slouch. He's not going to be caught in an easy submission, but that was a very nice attempt by Jason. And what the advantage that Jaquis has right now is they're in his corner. So they have his corner guys shouting out instruction. You know, I used to always tell my guys when I cornered them was, you know, get them in our corner. You know, don't go rushing and chasing them down over in their corner. You know, get them to come to your corner or circle around so that we end up in our corner. And Jaquis stays over there. He'll be able to listen to his corner, and they should be able to tell him exactly what to do. He's got Brian Houston in his corner, who's an MCF vet that's just signed with the UFC. So, you know, these guys over there, and they know what they're talking about, too.
What are each of these fighters' specialties? What would they, if they could choose, what style would they be fighting in?
Well, you know, Jason normally, I'd give him more of a ground game, but he has very, very underrated stand-up. He has a lot of power. He just never seems to unleash it in a fight. Jaquis, I would probably say his strength, they're both probably, I would say Jaquis is probably stand-up. Haven't really seen a lot in terms of power. I don't say he doesn't have power. I'm just saying we haven't seen a lot in terms. He did knock his last opponent out at MCF 7, but you know, you never seen him land on the big power shots against Jason in the opening part of this. So I would say his strength is stand-up. It's probably stand-up, but he can do it all. He trains at Premier. But Jason just can't lay there and take these punches. That's enough to get a ref to stop it. Even at a low pro level, they're going to err on the side of caution to protect the fighter. Jason needs to get his guard back, pull Jaquis in, body lock him, and pull him in. I mean, they're both 6'4", but Jaquis seems to have longer legs, and that's going to allow him to be able to land strikes inside Jason's guard.
Jaquis has been able to use those extra long legs a number of times in his amateur fights to really turn the tides to him.
Yeah, I mean, his body style is similar to John Bones Jones, you know, lean and long. He's got long arms, long legs. And that can be a huge advantage, especially when you're in somebody's guard. The guard normally keeps the guy away from being able to strike you, but when your body's long like Jaquis's, you can still land the strikes. And you know, Jason, he wants to be careful about over. He's going for an arm bar. It looks good, but he's jammed up in the cage. It's going to be hard to finish an arm bar jammed up in the cage.
He's not going to be able to pull it.
He needs to clear out from the cage so that he can get the leverage that he needs on that arm bar.
The crowd's seeing that arm bar.
I was going to say, Jaquis will just step over, and if Jason holds on to it too long, Jaquis is going to have his back. Right here, Jason should be throwing the leg over, try the triangle, or get your guard back. There you go, see? Try for the triangle choke.
This is where those fights, that experience really comes in.
Absolutely.
A young fighter may not have been able to get out of that arm bar as easily, even though they were against the cage.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Well, these two warriors will go to round 2. Jaquis Williams and Jason Jensen. Jason wearing the blue and red shorts, Jaquis wearing the red and black shorts. Both have a pro record of 0-0. So this is really an opportunity for them to start their professional career on the right foot.
Well, yeah, I mean, Jason's coming off a loss, and he really wants to stamp a win. You know, in the pro ranks, yes, he just get a win, get him back on track. Jaquis is coming off a win. So, I mean, pro, there's extra stress, there's extra pressure of being a pro fighter. You know, you never want to drop your pro debut, but somebody has to. Unfortunately, when you're 0-0, both 0-0, somebody's got to lose. This time, Jason needs to come out and he needs to strike. Jason's got a lot of power, but if you jam yourself up, you need to keep that guy on the end of your punches where your power's at and not get jammed up. Step
Comes
angles.
out with his left foot right away.
Right. You know, I always told Jason back when he trained with me, you know, he's got very powerful kicks. He needs to set them up and go to the head. But you got to commit. You got to throw 100%. And if I was him, right now I would go for a head kick hard and angle it down. But when you're more worried about getting hit, sometimes it makes it tough to set up your stuff.
You know, in one of the earlier fights tonight, we watched one of the fighters. Every time he would throw a kick, he would let his guard down a little bit. You're seeing in Jason Jensen, and I think it's that veteran attitude where he throws those kicks, and he's still protecting himself.
Yeah. There was a perfect example right there. Jason landed a nice power shot and really got Jaquis' attention. And Jason has the power. He just needs to believe in it and have confidence. Obviously, Jaquis has power too. He came back with some nice punches, but he shot for the takedown. So sometimes you'll sit and wonder, did he do that because he felt that power shot and didn't like it, or he controlled him there in the first round? I'll go back to controlling him there as well.
I think they both felt that last exchange. It was pretty intense, and a couple of feet and a couple of hands landed before they went to the ground.
Right. And this one, they really need somebody. Though Jaquis has him down, he's not really doing anything with it. Referee Jordan Johnson, he's a wrestler. He's a former fighter. He'll stand him up quick. That's a very nice sweep. Very nice sweep by Jensen. But, he's got to land those shots. Oh, he's got the rear naked. This could be a huge upset after being dominated for 2 rounds. Huge mistake by Jaquis. Huge. See if Jensen will get the capitalization with the rear naked. That's tough. That's going to be tough.
Jaquis really struggling to get out of this hold.
But he's doing it right. He followed it right. He was going to say he had the arm.
He was able to pull himself out.
Yep. But something like that turns the tide for Jason, in the judge's eyes and in his own confidence level. He almost had the fight finished. He had a very nice sweep.
Not to mention the amount of energy it takes to get out of that hold while still trying to maintain consciousness.
Now Jason's got the triangle again, and he may have Jaquis to be. There it is. He taps it out. Huge win. I think what happened there was Jaquis was tired from fighting the rear naked.
Give it up for these two pro warriors. Almost halfway through the second round. Winner by tap out, Jason Jensen! Congratulations on your win, man. You are now 1-0, your pro record. How does that feel?
You're gonna have to wait a minute. I'm tired as hell. It feels great, man. I trained so hard for this fight, getting ready for these 5-minute rounds, getting ready for that step up in competition. I don't know, I think I'm ready. What do you think, guys?
Anybody you want to thank real quick, Jason?
First of all the guys at Team Elite, we work our butts off every single day. All the fans are out here. Thank you for coming and watching. And Rush Jones is my one and only sponsor, so thank him.
Give it up for Jason Jensen, ladies and gentlemen.